Hey everybody, Coach for the Soul Thursdays at 3 has begun. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the videos. Please leave a little comment, even if it's just hi Bill, because YouTube will use those algorithms to grow my channel. And that's a good thing. So it's about 45 degrees in Detroit today. It's partly sunny. First time in a really long time it's been sunny outside. It's going to be in the 50s and 60s tomorrow and Saturday, but it's going to rain. So it's going to get cold next week. So anyway, welcome. If you're watching this live, we'll see who pops on. This is our second since we've been back. We were back last week after a couple months off, and now we're here today. So we'll see who pops on. A lot of stuff going on astrology-wise. We're going to talk about that, and then Spirit's going to chime in about they may chime in. And there might be an alien or two here too. So, hey Robin, hey Pat, what's going on? Hey Allison. How's everybody doing? Boo-doo-boo. The phone is going off. Yep. So, yeah. So it is a good day in Detroit today. The energy's pretty good. A lot of crazy stuff. So, hey Taz, how are you? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Are you back in Chicago yet? Or are you still in Arizona? Yeah, so I get to wear regular clothes today. I'm not in daddy mode at the moment. When daddy's in his mode, to walk the dog 5 times a day in the cold, it's 5 layers of, hey Nancy, how are you? It's 5 layers of clothes so dad can keep warm. Yeah. So today I get to do this and then we'll change into that. Yeah. So, yeah, but there's all kinds of cool stuff going on up here. Like I said before, we're going to get some channeling in from Spirit, depending upon, more than likely they always chime in with the aspects that are going on. This is a crazy, Spirit has talked about this before, chimes. They rang all day till now. This is a crazy year we're going to have, okay? And Spirit has said before, we're going to see things we've never seen before. And that's very, very, very true, okay? And I'll reiterate some of the things we talked about before that I've gotten from Spirit, okay? It's all about how many planets are in one place at the same time for a certain amount of time. That has never happened in 4,000 years, okay? Chimes. So this is something that is going on. Let me set up this. So this is something that we've never seen in our lifetime, and most humans have not seen any of this in their lifetimes, okay? In ancient cultures and things like that. So, hey Lisa, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, my birthday was last week. So, yes, I was 66 last week. So, it's been a life, that's for sure. It's been a life. So, I think we're going to start. That's what they're saying. I guess feel it in my stomach. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start with the astrology stuff, and it's probably going to take up, I would say, probably half of the hour, maybe more than that. Evolution is, remember in the past when Spirit would talk about quantum energy being like times 1,000. Hi Ruth. Hey Diane. Being like times 1,000 or whatever. Well, guess what? Evolution is on the fast track to 5 and 6D. What does that mean? Spirit has talked about in the past on the show, right? On the program, that we're going to have digestive issues, which I'm having now. A lot of people are. You're going to change what you eat. You're going to not eat as much. They're going to narrow you down. They're going to have you lose, and they'll have you lose weight. The closer you get to your 5th dimensional ascension, okay? If you need it, if you don't need it, if you are good where you're at, they understand that, okay? And that's so that you can teleport yourself around the planet. That's coming by 2035. the evolutionary process is, Spirit is saying, is quadrupled right now, okay? We're going at the fastest speed ever of our evolution, of us shifting into not just higher dimensional energy, but becoming those beings, okay? Which we've never seen before. Hey, Alexis. Hey, Beth. So we've never seen that before, right? So we're all going to see this while the world, if you're watching this in the United States, our world is crashing down on top of us, okay? And this is only 25% of what is happening, okay? So the evolutionary process is sped up. Why is it sped up? To get us ready for 5D, okay? Now, I made chimes. Made a bunch of notes because I can't remember everything that I was watching, but everything that connected to me, I had to go back and listen to again because I'm like, okay, that's important, that's important. And I'm only doing January, February, and July, okay? Why is that? Those are the two most important months of the year, okay? January is going to be crazy. It's already the 8th of the month, okay? First off, January 3rd was the full moon in Cancer, was a massive portal for energy generation. I know I felt it the first of the month, that it was, that everything had shifted. Because we went from a 9-year numerology into a 1-year numerology. What does that actually mean? We're fresh starts, brand new. For the next 9 years, we have all kinds of amazing things that are going to happen to us. My last 9 years, hey Vicky, my last 9 years have been a cluster F. With relationships, with the dog Diane, with just everything. I shifted big time. I became a different person. My gut did not follow, unfortunately. So now we have to catch my gut up to who I am now. So, January 14th through June 18th, all planets will be in half the zodiac. We'll be in the northern hemisphere. Okay, hey Ben, how's it going? Are in the northern hemisphere except the moon. Okay, so all the planets are in the northern hemisphere. So in the southern hemisphere, you don't get to see any planets. It's never happened in 2,000 years. Why is that? Because this is where the United States is at. We know how important the country is to the evolution of the world. Okay, so and I'll give you just a little bit of that. It was probably a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, because I lose track of time, when Spirit had said we're the country that's going to lead the world into 5D. Okay, and reasons for it. Okay, I've tried to find the video. I can't find the video out of all my 250. I can't find it, and I didn't put it in the title. So it's like, you know what? I didn't really do what I needed to do, I guess. So, understand, with all those planets together in the sky, in the northern hemisphere, the energy is massive. Every planet has a purpose. Every planet has a purpose. Dee's got a new toy, so if you hear the toy, Pat and Jamie gave her a new toy for Christmas, and I just got it today. And so if you hear it squeak, squeak, and rip, rip, it's Daisy. She's underneath the table. So hey, Julie. So every planet has a purpose. Okay, from war to love to money to happiness, the whole 9 yards, right? And again, it depends upon where it's at in the zodiac when it comes to which zodiac sign it's in. Chimes. Okay? So, January full moon in Cancer opposite the sun. Opposite Venus, Mars, and conjunct Jupiter. Okay, so when you have a conjunction, they're right next to each other. They're right in a line. Okay? I'm sorry. Conjunct, yeah. Those 4 planets conjunct Jupiter, which is the largest planet in the solar system, okay, which has the most power. Conjunct is right next to each other. So let's say the sun, Venus, and Mars are over here, and Jupiter's here. Okay? So what does Jupiter have to do? Its energy pulls on that. wants to pull it along with it. Okay? Why is that a big deal? Because everything from Mars, Venus, the sun is happiness, okay? Venus is love and money. Mars is WTF. If you want me to fight you, I will. If it's something that is wrong, I'm going to try to fix it. Things are going to be released, discovered this month, okay? And then big time in July, okay? So understanding that what's going on with us is we're going to have days, maybe weeks, where we're like, okay, I'm not connected. I don't understand what's going on in my life. As your spirit guides, people that are yours, that have been with you through every single lifetime, you gained more as you got older on the planet, enough times, okay? It's above your head in an ivory tower, all right? Is pulling all of that third dimensional energy out of your body. That's why 2025 is a 9-year completion. Why 2026 is a brand new year. One. Fresh, new, wonderful. Looking to the future. How wonderful is this going to be by 2035? Between now and 2030, 2035, everything's going to have changed. Everything will have changed in the next 9 years. All right? So understanding that when you have that feeling of WTF, I don't know why I'm like this, I don't know why I'm this, I don't know why I'm that, allow that energy to be released. Yeah, she's tearing this thing apart. Yeah, it's what she does. She tears up stuff. But it occupies her, and it's wonderful. So, as you become more attuned, Spirit says, to the energy and what's going on, you're going to be lifted higher than you ever thought before. Hey, Kathy. Ever. Okay? Now, you have so much DNA that's been already downloaded inside of you, ancient DNA for sure, okay, that's been resurrected, chimes. You're going to wake up, like Spirit has said a million times before, in the last fucking 7 years, right? 8 years, 9 years. You're going to wake up one morning and you're going to be like, how do I know that? How do I know that? How do I know that? I don't get it. I'm waking up, I'm a totally different, what the heck is going on? I can't believe it. It's because I know. We're pulling your ass along because we have to, because we got to get you there. We got to get you there. Chimes, right? So understanding you're going to have all kinds of epiphanies, all kinds of WTF moments, all kinds of hey, Angela, you're going to have those in the next 2 months. Where you're like, okay, this is crazy, Bill. But I'm starting to hear a voice. Bill, I'm starting to see angels. I'm starting to see like Tinkerbell, fairies. They're all gonna come, guys. They're all gonna come. The thing that you have to make sure that you do is when you're starting to be spoken to, that you don't listen to what they're telling you, because it's all the stuff that's been up in your channel for so long. The channel of energy that is going to whoosh to you, since we're in a 1-year numerology. Okay? Happened to me. Happened to plenty of people that I know when we were in 3D, right? When we were doggone in 3D. And some people went, oh my God, I've got to do this because they're telling me so. No. That's all the stuff that's in your channel that was, before you were who you are now. Hey, Angel. Okay? So the planetary things, all the conjunctions, all the oppositions, everything else is working in our favor. Now, it's also working to change the world. Do we remember when Spirit said all the dictators will be gone by 2030? Well, unfortunately, One happened last weekend that we carried out illegally. And only, hey Lacey, hey Lacey, hey Lacey. she finally made it. That's going to continue, all right? But we're going to see radical change in Washington D.C., okay, by July. We've talked about the military. We've talked about all of the things that they're putting into place. Spirit is telling me now they're doing all these things for him to appease him. So they're not paying attention to what they're actually doing. Hey, Blake, how are you? What's going on, man? And that is key to, well, how's it going to happen? We don't need to know how it's going to happen. But I'm telling you, January, February, and March, you better put some money in your house. Because that Federal Reserve, the banks are going to crash, guys. Banks are going to crash. Put cash in your house because guess what? The bank will not open one day for weeks. Okay? They are so leveraged. I put something on my Facebook page that is a truth that in December, the Federal Reserve gave a bank on Wall Street $52 billion to stay afloat. To stay afloat. Every bank is leveraged to the hilt since Trump was president before. They thought he was going to win again, and he didn't win again. And then he did again. See? So there's that 4-year window where no one said anything about it. It was all kept hush-hush chimes. See? But I'm telling you, have cash in your house to buy your gas for your car, have to go to the grocery store and buy food, because your card's not going to work. It's not going to work. Could be weeks. Could be days or weeks. Spirit's telling me it's going to be weeks. Okay? And that is what is going to, hey Debbie, that is what is going to start the transition from who we have now to who's going to be. Okay? There will be martial law when the military takes over for at least 6 months. Okay? So there will be no election in 2026. I'm telling you straight out, there's not going to be. And my notes prove that. So, on the 17th of 18th of this month, okay, the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Pluto are at 7 degrees of each other in the sky. Now, that is almost right next to each other, okay? Right next to each other. Boom, boom, boom. And it can be on the side. It can be next to it. It can be above it. They're all going to be there within 7 degrees of each other. That is like you being in the same apartment with someone, and I'm at a table, and they're sitting in the purple chair at 7 degrees. Now, on the 20th of January, they're 5 degrees away from each other. So this month is Change City, baby. It is Change City. I wrote down signs of change are coming. Okay? When you're 5 degrees away from each other, you're not on top of each other, but you're pretty damn close. Okay? So what that does is, because they all work in tandem with each other, that's the point. They are not in opposition. They are in a conjunction, so they're just like boom, 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 boom. The energy flows. The energy works in our favor. In change, now we have change, our change, right? Ascension, understanding, them turning our I call it our psychedelic brain. I call it my psychedelic brain because I don't know what the hell it is some of the time, and I just go with the flow because I'm not supposed to know. I'm not supposed to know yet, right? And it's interesting. I'll say this really fast. I'm on some medicine to help my gut because my gut's really bad, but worse than I thought. And so I'm on some medicine, and the office called today, and I was thinking about this because it gives me a metal taste in my mouth, and my mouth is really dry. Well, they called. Medicare didn't approve your prescription. I have my prescription. What do you mean? No, you don't. Yeah, I do. I've been taking it since freaking Monday. I got my prescription. What are you talking about? Well, doctor called in another one because Medicare said they're not going to pay for it. Well, they did pay for it. Well, probably not again. Okay. I thought about earlier from them. I didn't think. They said, you're probably going to have to change that medicine bill because we can't go through this. We can't go through this. And we know how you are. I won't take the pills. So not more than 3 hours later, phone call, woman, blah, blah, blah. He called it in, it'll get, and then 2 minutes later, my phone went ding, 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 and the pharmacy's got it. It'll be here tomorrow. Okay. Them. Right? Them. There's no such thing as, everything is synchronized. Everything. It's nothing but chance. Right? And so as you see more and more coincidences happening, understand that that's your energy, your guides, your people, surrounding you with divine energy, embodying you with divine energy. And absolutely, yes, Debbie, you do. Absolutely understanding that you're on your road to ascension faster than you thought. Faster than you thought. And I'm going to do, I swear I'm going to probably, maybe the last week of the month, I'm going to do a 10, 15 person Zoom that people can join to tell me about their ascension, to tell me about where they're at. It's going to be in the daytime, okay? Because I can't do the nighttime things because I'm too freaking tired by the end of the day with this one underneath the table. 5 walks a day is a lot, especially in the cold. So maybe do it on a Saturday, okay? That 10, 15 people can join. If it's a big thing, if I fill up, we'll do it every month, let's say, okay? Or maybe every other Saturday or something like that. Because I want you guys to understand and chime. Oh, sure, like that. I want you guys to really see how much you've shifted, how much you've changed, how much in ascension you are. Because if you don't have spiritual people around you, I have no one, right? So I'm blessed, except for her. I know when things are cool. I know when new things come because I just be. I don't have an agenda at all, right? I worry about the program and that's about it all week. So I want everybody else to have that same kind of thing that they can ask questions and go, well, Bill, what is this? What is this? We give each other 10 minutes, let's say, to tell us, the group, the most important things in their ascension to ask questions, okay? Because I think that is something that we need to do more of, because as the world goes haywire, and plans come into place of something we never thought before, we're going, oh, shoot. Okay. Okay, guys, hang on. That came out of nowhere. Okay. There's a gray alien on my right-hand side right there. And, yes, right there. Ooh, leave me air alone. Wants to get in my ear. No, you can't go in there. Okay, I'm going to channel what he's saying because it's open. Been listening to this conversation. Okay, so are you in my house or are you here for just this? Just this. We're not allowed to come inside anymore. Meaning stay here. 2018, I had gray aliens in my house 3 different times. Okay? They came through this 15-foot tray I've got in my apartment. And then it's in the little ones too now, there's one. As long as I have one, angel portal is awesome. But if there's more than one, then they don't open up, there's 3 or 4, that's when we gotta pull them apart. Because there can't be a portal in my house anymore for them. Okay, but they're forbidden to be in the house to stay. Okay? So, and I have a picture of the alien before. So, it's kind of interesting. Okay, so. Everything that he's saying is true. Massive change on your planet. There's no reason to fear. Do not get yourself in human fear. Understand. Understand. Understand this is the Federation's first attempt at changing the energy on Earth. It is a it is a coordinated, thank you, coordinated effort between all of us. Between all of us. Planet timing is real. Planet timing is real. The evolution of your planet is extreme. As you will notice going forward in your lives. Five to 10 years where you he calls it planted, where you're living. Okay, so it's crazy. So what he's showing me is the evolution by 2035. It'll end in 2050, right? So it's kind of like a 25-year process. That it really gets going. The reveals will be sporadic. The reveals will be sporadic. Grays are already here, and I totally believe that. So are many of the others. There's no reason there's a reason for human to fear us, although they will, because we put you here. Ooh, my ears are ringing like a crazy person right now. He comes in goodwill. He understands who I am. And he's grateful for them to allow him in. Interesting. He's showing me a map, and I do not know what this map is because it's not a map of our globe, right? Hey, Scott. Okay. A mass exodus from the planet will be completed by 2035. Those of whom are being called back home. He goes like, call back home. They're not part of Earth's future. They are not part of Earth's future. And they have no idea that that is the case. They're going to become more troubled as things shift. Energy shifting now. You will see dramatic change in the next 3 to 5 years. great. Suffering will be eliminated. First in your country, then around Earth. And those responsible will be held accountable. Okay, so I'm going to stop him there because I'm going to tell you guys this. In 2018, when I first found the first alien, Spirit and I talked to this being. And he had been here for probably 2 weeks before I finally, I was back in the day. Took a picture of 111 on my stove, right? And he was standing in front of the door to my balcony, standing right there. And I was like, okay. And he's in the picture, or it's in the picture. So after about 2 days, 3 days, Spirit's like, okay, we gotta talk. We gotta talk to it. Okay, fine. So we're talking to him. Spirit takes right over, right? 100%, right? I'm just the mouthpiece. They needed my help with something electronic or other dimensional, and Spirit said back, we cannot hurt any humans, and it responded, only the bad ones. And Spirit says, no, the agreement. The agreement is no humans can be harmed yet. Okay? And we kind of went back and forth. I didn't understand at the time that all my energy was not put together where I thought it was. Okay? It was separated. Because I was just, a guy with a voice in my head, I thought. Okay? Now, this one. Okay, finish this one. So the first one swirled up, went back in the tree. Okay, not gonna help me. Fine, gone. Week later, there's 2 more that show up. Like, okay, Spirit's like, yeah, there's 2 that are back. I'm like, okay, what do they want? They want your help again. We gotta talk to them. It's okay, fine. We said the same thing to them. He's the brightest light on the wormhole. We know that he can help us, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Spirit's like, no, he can't. He can barely use a cell phone. He's not the guy that you think he is yet. Then why is his light so bright? Because that's who he's going to be. Okay, fine. I had no idea who it was going to be till now. I get it. Okay, now this one is saying this is now the time we can hurt people. Okay, because I've gotten this a number of times from Spirit. Again, a month and a half ago, doing my meditation, all of a sudden a person shows up on the right-hand side of my face, and I'm in the meditation, and I'm like, okay, what is this former president doing on the right side of my head? Spirit says, next president of the United States. I'm like, what are you talking about? Next president. I'm like, he's already been president twice. He can't be president again. And again, I'm thinking third dimensional law, right? Constitutional third dimensional, right? No, that's gone. That's going to be like, okay, for now it's there as a structure, but we can do whatever we want to because we're these people, okay? So when they showed me what was going to happen to the administration, where it's all going to be at the same time, it's all going to be planned out 100%. It's already happening now, okay? We've talked about in the past about bombs going off, right? We're talking like 2016, 2019, 2023, 24, okay? That there's going to be bombs set off in America that are not by foreigners. They're by people who live in the country, white people, okay? Crazy white people. And so that's now going to come to pass as everything radically shifts. As everything radically shifts, I'm going to tell you this. You're going to see things that you never thought you'd see in America in your lifetime. It's going to be totally, totally, totally against everything that you thought we were. Okay? And the planets have everything to do with that. Everything. Okay? Because when the planets are 7 degrees apart and then 5 degrees apart from each other, all kinds of discoveries are going to happen. All kinds of structural cracks are going to show. Epstein files, right? All kinds of things that are hidden now are going to be shown. And what we have to do is that we have to make sure that we're good with ourselves. How is that? Meditations. If you feel that you need to do them, right? If you're in a place of mid-ascension, don't forget to do meditations. When you feel that you need to, out of ego, okay? Because if you don't do it out of ego, you're going to get into meditation that you don't really need. Again, when you're in fifth dimensional energy, meditation shifts to different dimensional energy. The meditation that we've all used in this lifetime are all third dimensional. I should say mostly mostly 3D. Okay? So, I kind of shut him up, didn't I? Yeah, I didn't like where it was going. He's gone now. Yeah, he's gone. Because I ignored him. Because he would give me the same thing that the others did. You know. Yeah. Hey, Rusty. Hey, Susan. None of them are bad. But we don't know because we're third dimensional, right? We live in 3D. Which is going to be like a freaking litting the helium out of a freaking balloon as they're sucking away our third dimensional self. Because that's what they're doing now. Okay? So we got all this change going on, but it's going to feel wonderful for us. This year's going to be wonderful. 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 It's a 1 year. Okay? January, February are going to be intense AF. Next month, Saturn sextiles Uranus, Mars trine Saturn, Mars sextiles Uranus. All the outer planets are moving at the same freaking time. Not one at a time. At the same time. This happens in 3 days in February. The 17th through the 20th, there will be there will be a reaction to all of the cracks that show up, that the lies get shown, that the concentration of absolute theft is going to be revealed as the banking crisis gets worse. Yes. Okay? So it's January, February, March, everybody. Okay? From what they've told me, this is going to happen by July. The extra stuff. Okay? They will be put into an airplane hangar with blindfold, hands in front of themselves in ties. All of them that are still alive. Some will hurt themselves. Okay? Spirit Driver gave me that weeks ago. As the cracks become more apparent, as the military moves. Okay? Now, as Saturn and Neptune move into Aries. Aries is fire, baby. It's fire. It's new fire. Okay? Neptune is mist. It's fog. Now, we live in the Midwest. Well, I do anyway, right? Most of you guys do. When there's fog outside and the sun comes out, what happens? It goes away, right? That's the blessing of Neptune going into freaking Aries, I believe for 12 years. It's no longer a dream state because Neptune's about dreams. You can't really see clearly through where you're going, right? Now you can for 12 years. So that takes us to where? 2038? Interesting. Getting closer to truly the grand ascension that we're all here for. Okay? February 20th, Saturn conjuncts Neptune in Aries. Right next to each other. Right next to each other in Aries. Saturn is structure. Brand new structure as the old structures crumble. That's the way it was in the past. Ancient past. How did they build those pyramids? And how did they build the aqueducts? And how did they build the sewer system? Aliens? They didn't know how to do it. They were ancient. But they also weren't third dimensional. They were fifth dimensional. Those in power. The others were not. Okay. So the next 2 months are going to be life-changing for all of us. Okay? The thing we don't want to do is slide into fear. Thinking too much. But what if, but what if, but what if, but what if? Stop. Stop. Because it's not going to work for you. Not going to work for any of us. Okay? It's about keeping your understanding as much as you can. Nothing's going to happen to you because your guides have you protected. You and your family, protected. In every aspect of their lives, it is your job to be the light in your family. It is your job to understand your children are the light in your family with you. Okay? Maybe your husband or wife is. Right? But understanding truly that in the next 3 years, 4 years maybe, the massive ascension of human beings in the world is going to be astronomical because the falsities are being shown. That's why we're the guinea pig for all of it. The youngest country in the world when it comes to military and economic power. That's why he's trying to ruin all of it. Times. Okay? I don't know about you, but it can be pretty dire if you watch the news. But don't watch the news, because the news is a joke. Because they don't talk about anything, because they're all under pressure from them. And as that shifts and as that changes, we're going to have a sigh of relief. The others will not, because they will blame. Even, again, it doesn't matter if you're red or blue or in the middle. Doesn't matter. If this is not transforming, if this is not going through ascension, if your thought process hasn't shifted and changed, then you're going to be one of those people. But I will guarantee you that 30-40% of people who are on the MAGA side are going to absolutely shift freaking gears when their guides pull that stuff out of them. And they know, and they consciously aware of they're consciously aware of the turmoil that they've been blinded from. And now they see it, plain as day. Plain as day. Okay? So everything has to do with planets, and I've told you guys before, astrology is going to be how we do things in the future. Swear to God. It's about the planets like it was in the ancient civilizations. Okay? There's a reason for that. The reason why now it is huge on YouTube. Card readings are too. But those will slowly, if the person doesn't ascend, they'll slowly lose views because, I can say for myself, the people I used to watch a year ago, I don't watch at all anymore. Hey Barb. Hey Shannon. Don't watch it all anymore. Because I've grown past it. Just like meditations. I've grown past a lot of them. And also, this is what I want you guys to really, really get. when you have a health problem, okay, not going to kill you, but it's intense. Your focus is going to be on healing yourself and changing everything, because they're going to lead you that way. You won't need meditation at all, because you're on this journey of cleansing. You're on this journey of removal. You're in this journey of letting go that compacted 3D stuff that is stuck in your body somewhere. Interesting that the blinds on the door just moved. Okay, who's in the house? I think Andy's here. Yeah. But that is going to be where, I'm telling you, when you get to that point of WTF, you're going to be very, very surprised how you handle it. Guaranteed. Unless you, hey Sherry, I know Spirit, unless you're so ingrained in non-belief, right? If you're so ingrained in not shifting, if you're so ingrained in what ifs, you're not going to. And you're going to get a big shock, because they're going to shock you. They just showed me paddles on your chest where your heart stops. Boom. Yeah. A kick in to get you where you get, to allow yourself to go where you need to go. They can't pull you kicking and screaming. They can't. You've got to be part of the plan. You got to be part of the system. You got to be part of the ascension. If you're not part of the ascension and you don't want to be, but you want to be, but you don't want to be, because you have to change, you have to shift, you have to find out and allow what's new, right? And then investigate it through people like myself, right? And call me on the phone. Doesn't really matter. Send me an email. Text me, right? I'll answer the questions, right? And more of you are going to need someone to help you navigate. Okay? Don't feel bad about that. Do not feel bad about that, because where you're going is going to be spectacular and extremely fast. Okay? And you're going to see all kinds of things dropping out of your life. And you're going to want to be an octopus and hold on to them. You can try, but you can't hold on to everything. And they know that. They understand that. See? So as you go through this next month and you start to feel weird, crinky, cracky, aggravated, happy, sad, depressed, jubilant. It's 50 degrees today in Detroit in January. It feels like spring. It's fantastic. Nobody can be unhappy today. Hey, Dorothy, you can't. If you are, it's your problem. It's not going to be around for long, right? We get a gem. We take advantage of that. As you do too in your spiritual life, as you do when you truly understand and are drawn to things, right? I've talked to more and more people. What? She's got a new toy in her mouth and her tail is right. What? Probably somebody's in the house because those blinds moved and she just noticed it. They're not going to hurt us. Yeah. It's not my family. Yeah, somebody else. The alien's gone. The gray's gone. There's no one else. Yeah, there's nobody else. There's no entity that's... Okay, there's one. Yeah, there's one there. One here. Hang on. James. So, Spirit, who is it? Is it family? It's not family. Ah. My brother. Carl, what are you doing here? messages for me. Okay, we'll get those in a minute. My brother passed away 2015. Yeah. And he called me 2 years after on my cell phone and told me all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, dude, I don't really think so, but now I understand who he is. Yeah. And why he was in my life. Yes. So it's, I get it now. I was a little muggle back then, but I get it now, Okay, so I'll talk to him when we're done. Okay, so you're going to need and want a group, a tribe, okay? I offer mine up, okay? Coaching for the Soul, Julie, hi Carl. Coaching for the Soul memberships are moi. They're fantastic. There's 5 different levels of coaching. Unlimited questions. We have a Zoom every 3rd Wednesday from 7 to 8:30. See what I deal with? Stop. What? It's okay. There's nothing going to hurt us, honey. No, you stay in the house. No, you stay in the house. Stay in the house. Okay? It's just it's a doggy or a truck. It's okay. You're going to stay right here, okay? Because Dad's working. So, Coaching for the Soul, there's 5 different levels of coaching, depending upon where you're at. 15 minutes to an hour and a half every single month. Unlimited questions, the Zoom, everybody gets to know each other. It's pretty awesome. The tribe is fantastic. I am so surprised and so happy that everybody is on this journey, because they're in my energy all the time, because they're in the memberships, which is kind of freaking cool. Never really thought about that, but I got this a couple of years ago. That, well, Bill, they're doing so well because you're always available to them, meaning they're in your energy. I'm always available, right? And that's why my readings are on sale, right? Because I don't do a lot of readings anymore, right? For people that I don't really know, okay? They kind of shut that off. So they're $85 for 30 minutes and $115 for 60 minutes instead of $125 and $155. Again, that's there too, right? So when you need things like that, ask them to bring you someone if it's not me, if you're watching the show. Okay, watching the program, want to reach out, billhobart.com if you want to reach out. Look on there, okay? If you're thinking WTF, Spirit says, right? What the hell? I don't know how to do anything. What are we doing? Yes, okay? So as we go through this month, you're all going to feel something. Now, ego will override that if it's still available in your head. If you haven't tamed your ego down by calling it out, ego, that's not true, that's a lie. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. If you're still listening to it, you may not have, you may have one of two. You may not have much of a connection to what's going on, or they push you into knowing exactly and speeding you through, and you go, really, WTF? What happened? Bill, I can't sleep at night because I'm seeing all these planets in my head. Well, ego cannot affect when they're in charge. Truly in charge, and you allow them to be by surrendering. Yeah, see? So understanding that, get someone in your house because you're going to need it, right? Get your pantry full. Get your freezer full if you have one. Not full. Plan for a month, because you don't know if it's going to be a month or a week. They tell me it's going to be a month or more. And that's going to throw everything into chaos. Everything into chaos. And that's what they want. That's what they want. So that they can impose martial law. Well, they don't know what's going on behind the scenes, where you're not going to have that opportunity because you're going to be removed. Yeah. And other people will be put in place on the same, close to the same day. Okay? So stop. Gosh, She's a lot, but I love her. She's my baby. So anyway, guys, got any questions, let me know. Again, you know my phone number. You can message me on Facebook, okay? Or you can email me at billhobart.com. Yeah, and I'll get it, and boom, 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 we'll talk back and forth. Or again, if you're gonna email, put your phone number in there so I can call you, because I get tired of texting, okay? This goes really fast, and it does blah, 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 and I cannot text it, and it's better for me just to talk it out with you than to have to type it out, because never use text for anything important. Why is that? Because the human experience does not understand the words on the page all the time. Sometimes they take it a wrong way, but depending on the person's energy who's receiving it that day. Learned that a while ago. So anyway, guys, memberships, readings, gift certificates if you need those for parties and birthdays and stuff like that, they're there too. It's all on there. So anyway, thanks guys for joining me. I'll see you next Thursday. Oh, stop that. I'm going to post this on YouTube right now. If you guys would go over to YouTube and like the video and leave a little comment, even if it's just hi Bill, it will help with the algorithms so that YouTube will send the program out to other people. Okay. This past one that I did got quite a few comments. I thank you for that. It really makes a huge difference. And you do me a favor. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this. Hell, I could be, who knows if I got it the way it is. I may not be able to get off the couch one day. I don't know. It's up to them. I know that's not true. I keep a positive attitude most of the time. But thanks, everybody. Namaste. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me for Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. I'll see you next week. See you.